Lame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. It's been a couple days. I don't know why my channel's doing so well lately. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Usually around this time of the year, everything's just kind of going south. And I think if you're a regular Call of Duty content creator, Marksman brought this up, if you're a regular content creator where you want to play the game and get an audience that way, you're in trouble because nobody likes this game right now, at least not the internet. Maybe the people playing it, they're in their own little bubble. And they're just satisfied going like 6 and 10 in a TDM with their $20 rat skin. Maybe that's it. I honestly envy you. I envy you because I wish I could play something this bad. I wish I could play a video game this bad and actually enjoy it. And I'm not even saying that to throw shade. I wish my standards were so low I could get on Call of Duty Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 and drop like $30 on a Black Cell season pass or whatever and actually have fun. I truly do envy you, and that's not me throwing shade, man. As far as I'm concerned, Codfather's in my name, right? Like, it's kind of a misnomer now because the last two Call of Duties were genuinely not just the worst Call of Duties I've played, Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2, I mean, but like, they were genuinely the worst. They're probably the worst video games I've seriously ever played in my life. They're not even video games anymore. They're just microtransaction simulators. Tell me when I'm telling lies there. Remember Vanguard? I'm sorry to jog your memory and maybe give you PTSD, but do you remember in Vanguard where they were selling those garbage, just PNG images over kill cams and stuff? This game is one big psyop. It's one big experiment to see how dumb people can be with their money. I truly believe that at this point. You can't convince me otherwise. I want to get into a few things though, and you know, this is the state of Call of Duty. If you don't believe me, you think I'm just being an asshole or whatever, look at this. It's just one big sales pitch. It's one big sales pitch. Now, granted, I hear Diablo 4 is pretty good, right? I'm not throwing shade at that game. That's one win in a sea of L's that Activision and Blizzard are dishing out lately, but look at this. They're advertising Diablo 4 in Modern Warfare 2, and they're advertising it on the message of the day. They're like saying, hey, this game sucks, right? Go buy Diablo 4. It's funny, too, because in the bottom left there, it says, welcome to hell. You should probably keep that. You should probably keep that, because that's what it's like when you boot up Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. So much so that you're kind of in this endless cycle of just bullshit and mediocrity. As of yesterday, I don't know if it's fixed today, but as of yesterday, for most of the day, I saw matchmaking was completely busted. Nobody could find a match, and nobody really said anything about it. I saw it making the rounds on Reddit, on Twitter. Did Call of Duty acknowledge it? No. I had to get the verification that this is like a thing from Marksman's video where he is just posting. The entire video is just him trying to find a match, and matchmaking does not work. So there you go. I can't, man. I can't with this anymore. I still have so much I want to cover here. I want to cover the new season graphic and whatnot. I'm going to do a brief word from this video's sponsor, and then we'll get right back into it. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. So Factor has sponsored a few videos on the channel before, and each time, I'm not just saying this for the ad, like each time they sponsor me, I consume their products more and more, and lately I've been eating pretty much nothing but Factor. I just have not felt like cooking. I got a new gaming PC, man. I want a game. I want to spend my time doing other stuff. I don't want to cook and clean and deal with the hassle of that. I also don't want to order delivery and takeout and stuff like that because it's A, not the healthiest option, and B, after you factor in driver tips and stuff, the price adds up. I'll throw in C as well. It's not instant. Sometimes it takes upwards of 30 to 40 minutes to get my food delivered. Factor is fresh, never frozen food delivered directly to your door, and it heats up in the microwave in like 2 to 3 minutes. It's also got great macros, and as someone who works out, I need protein. I need carbs, I need fats, I need all those macros, and I need them in a calorie-restricted option at the moment because I'm trying to cut a little bit. Factor hooks me up, man. They also have options for vegans, vegetarians, etc., whatever you want, ketogenic as well. Factor's got your hookup. So guys, go to factor75.com or click the links in the pinned comment or description and use code CODFATHER50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. And get the jalapeno beef mac and cheese and thank me later. Alright guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Season 4, the roadmap is here. And surprise, surprise, it's disappointing. And you might think I'm just being negative for the sake of it. But I really want to talk about all this. So we don't really care about the Warzone stuff. By the way, there's no Warzone 2.0 now. It's just called Warzone. We'll get into that in a bit. That's something I want to cover because it's hilarious to me. What stupid. I don't know. Let's cover the stuff on the right, the stuff we care about here. We're getting Showdown from COD 4, which, I mean, at least it's a new remake, one we haven't really seen before, so that's cool. We're getting a lot of maps. We're getting some gunfight maps and stuff. And we're getting 12v12 search and destroy, and that's pretty cool. And then the rest of this stuff just looks really, really mid. More Black Cell, which, you know, bad, colorful skins that probably shouldn't be in a military shooter. Is this game trying to be realistic? Is it trying to not be realistic? Is it trying to be an arcade shooter? Is it trying to be a mil sim? I don't get it. Why are giant, weird, furry rats and dogs and shit running around the battlefield? Why are there tracers and people exploding? Like, what does the game want to be? You know, like, it's just an amalgamation of the dumbest shit. It has no identity, has no concrete identity. But regardless, this is the new stuff we're getting. And look, guys, I'm not trying to be negative for the sake of it here. I'm really not. If this was the first, like, Season 1 update when the game first came out and we got our first bit of content, this would be a good season. I would praise it. Right hand to God, I would praise it. I was still playing around December. I've since quit, but that's beside the point. But if I saw this coming for the first content drop, I'd be like, wow, that's pretty good. This is nice. This is a decent change. But the fact of the matter is that this, it's just too little too late. This isn't going to do anything. We're at the point where, like, content isn't really going to save this game. The only thing that's going to save this game is if they take their fingers out of their ears and they stop flipping us the bird. I don't know how they have, like, that many fingers to do all those things simultaneously. But if they stop putting their middle fingers in their ears, that's how you do it. And they just change the actual core game. And they say, hey, look, we're sorry, we're listening. You guys are right. This game plays like a fucking sloth in frozen molasses. And it's slow, it's campy, it's not very fun, it's buggy, the UI sucks. Things are broken still, suppressors don't work, red dots on the mini-map not being there, that was a big mistake. This stupid compass at the top of the map, this terrible time release perk system, yeah, that was a really bad idea, we're changing that. Indestructible doors, sorry Joe Secott, go fuck something else, you weirdo. But even that, I don't think would really save this game at this point. What would really save it, I think, is they go ahead with their original plan and they release whatever Modern Warfare 3 is supposed to be as just kind of like an expansion to Modern Warfare 2. We don't need another Call of Duty. This yearly release cycle, it's gotta go. Nobody can get invested in these games for more than a few months, and this is a continual thing since pretty much Call of Duty Ghosts. Since Black Ops 2, I have consistently seen the player base do this, just on a more and more extreme scale. A bunch of people will buy the game, they're hyped up, they think it's going to be different this year, it's not. And then they stop playing. It's basically just snake oil. It's a snake oil salesman tactic of convincing you that this new one's going to be, what was the tagline for Modern Warfare 2? The most advanced Call of Duty of all time? Yeah, the only thing it really advanced was the player base's blood pressure. That's about it. This current, like, this current, I guess, content drip they've been doing for the past several years, it's old. This isn't going to save anything. This isn't going to bring players back. I think we're still going to lose players this month. We lost 21% of players in May because of their bad press, their bad decisions, and people are just not happy with the game right now. And just recently, they touted the fact that, like, their microtransaction sales are up. And that's great. I hope so, because that's what you've turned the game into. The players keep dropping. The MTX is either steady or on the rise because they keep making it more and more egregious and insane. And the people that still play Call of Duty, I don't know if you guys are addicts or, again, you just like really mid-bad shit. Maybe you get off on that. There are people out there that pay money for them to get kicked in the nuts by, like, a woman or whatever. So there's some weird shit out there. Maybe it's some weird fetish. Maybe they're jerking their gherkin to the fact that they paid $30 for bad Black Cell battle pass. You know, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, it is your money. You can spend it however you want, but holy shit. Do you have a problem? Are you okay? Does Bobby Kotick have his gun to your head? Blink twice if you need help, if you need assistance. Like, what is going on here? there's going to be a time where the player base downtrend and the MTX uptrend, one of those is going to win out, right? And it's going to drag the other either up or down. And I'm very curious to see which way it goes. In my last video, I said, hey, we won. Like, we pretty much saved other projects from getting taken down. I truly believe that because we stopped playing the game and we made such a ruckus that we saved Plutonium here, as an example. Like, I truly believe that. And I think that if the numbers keep going down and they bring the MTX with it, we're going to see some radical change and we're actually going to get a good Call of Duty that the users and the player base wants. But until then, I mean, it's an uphill battle because they're content just to watch their player numbers dip and watch the MTX go up. It's going to get so insane. I mean, I thought we peaked in Vanguard with the PNG images over kill cams and shit. I can't lie, I'm morbidly curious to see what they're going to try to sell the player base because as it stands, the current player base still playing this game will buy anything. I don't know what's wrong with them. I truly don't. Let's get into the last little bit of news here. So I have been kind of praising their business model. Like, they are excellent businessmen. They know how to make money despite people leaving their game in droves. So I will give them that. However, this change is just making me scratch my head. They changed the Call of Duty font, the thing that's been like a thing forever. And they changed Warzone 2.0 to just Warzone. Are they trying to fool people into thinking it's the OG Warzone? Why the font change? Are there like people in a business meeting just sitting down saying, hey, you know what would help our dwindling player base? New font. Bobby Kodak's just like, hey, you there in the corner, go to defont.com. We got to spice up this game. It's dwindling. It's not doing well. We got to fix things. New font. That'll do it. Like, why? Did they think this is going to bring people back? Did they think taking the 2.0 off of Warzone with all of its negative press is going to cause people to, like, not think it's shit? I'm curious. I'm seriously curious. Maybe it does work. Maybe I am overestimating the average IQ of the Call of Duty player or the FPS player in 2023. Maybe their IQ is my current thermostat setting. Fahrenheit, but we can go Celsius if we really want to get dumb, I guess. I don't know, man. Anyway, one last bit of news here. We got some good news, but it's, again, it comes with like a little asterisk. There's always something not good about it. So let's just consult this little Twitter interaction I had with Doug from Modern Warzone. He says, Activision has sent a cease and desist order to Lurgware. This was reportedly the person responsible for attacking Black Ops Cold War. No idea if the game is safe to play on consoles or PC long term yet. So they sent a cease and desist out to stop this program instead of just like fixing the security. And I brought up that this is like living in a bad neighborhood and calling the cops to arrest one guy for breaking into your house when you didn't lock your door. The client is still out there, and the holes in the security are still present. Guys, it's probably not safe to play Cold War still. I'm sorry, but it's probably not. I would be very cautious if you do, you know? Like, I don't understand it, man. I do not understand it. Guys, I'm out of time here. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. This is probably the most positive video I've been able to bring you. It's sad, isn't it? I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not looking for things to where it's just negativity all the time. I'm really not. There's so much shit I want to cover. Like, there's some stuff I want to cover that I haven't even gotten into and I haven't even mentioned, and no other content creator is really going to cover it either. I'm just waiting for kind of a break in the negative wave to bring this up. I'll leave you on that cliffhanger, I guess. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I don't know, man. I just want some communication, first and foremost. Like, baby steps. Communication. Communication. Tell people that Cold War is not safe. Tell people you took down this thing and cease and desisted it so that people will want to play again. No communication. Guys, I'm out of time. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.
Here's some parting advice.